love the colors behind me. But I even love this even more. I'm trying to figure out how to flip my camera. As if I don't go live like almost every other day. But I don't really flip my camera while I'm live though. But isn't that a cute New York City taxi? Anyway, so as promised, I am taking a nature walk. And as I walk, I reflect on life in general. And specifically related to my current position in life. Life is interesting. Life is amazing. I was just watching one of my videos. I was just watching, yeah, I think they moved the buttons. That's what it is. They moved the buttons around, yo, in these freaking lives. But I was just watching the video that I made. And I swear time flies. I made the video when I was in Florida last year on my Myers-Briggs personality type. And if I recall correctly, I think it's INTJ. I was talking about the validity of the personality measure and how much I subscribe to it. Which, before I took the test, I'm like, I don't buy into this shit. Pseudoscience. Then after I saw my results, I'm like, damn, this shit sounds like me a little bit. Interesting. Do you ever wonder what is the meaning of life? That's a good question to ask periodically. What is the meaning of life? I'm gonna take a walk through the park. How are you guys? Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, they would park it right there. Why? Alright, get on my freaking way. Alright, so let's see.
So now he says to me,
I'll enter the park through here. This is the entrance? Yes, it has to be. Okay. Often as I come to this park, I should know, right? It's really good outside. It's like it's 60 right now. Not too hot, not too chilly, just perfect. There we go. The thing about taking nature walks though in New York is sometimes a little bit difficult, depending on what time you go, because there's people everywhere, though. And there are times that I don't mind being around people, and there are times when it's like, get out of my freaking way. You just want to be alone, solitude, just you and nature and the universe. There are places like that though in New York City. Of course, I live in Manhattan, so I'm thinking places like the Bronx. It's funny because I think about the Bronx often. I don't go there as often as I think about it though. That's the weird thing about it. Do not feed wildlife. They're gonna eat regardless, whether you feed them or not. I had a nice hearty breakfast. I stopped at this diner on Lexington Avenue. And I got an omelet. I got a nice Western omelet. I got some toast. And they gave me French fries, which I was okay with. I thought I was going to get home fries with it. And I got a smoothie with it too. Grand total was like $30. Alright, I think I want to. What are they doing? Is this a freaking wedding? This is a cheap ass wedding, though. Cheap ass wedding, but nice background, but not really though. I don't know. What you guys think? Is that a freaking wedding ceremony? Anyway, that's the last place I would get married at. Fuck that. I mean, granted, it's historic, but still. If I'm like contemplating wedding locations, Central Park would not be at the top of the list. Just wouldn't. But the funny thing is cheap. It's cheap because you just show up and have a nice photo shoot, basically. Exchange vows, that's it. You don't have to reserve a space like you would at other places if you were to have it indoors. Alright, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go up these steps. My food is like still digesting. I don't want to sit here though. I want to sit up here. Sit up here. I have a spot. No one's in it. Yes, I'm loving the sun, and I can't wait till it gets a lot warmer than what it is now. I slept so well last night. I sleep good every night though. I just be in my own zone, just different dimension. Alright, let's see. I think I do have to go up these steps, or do I? Wait. I don't recall. Yeah, I think I do. I go that way, but no. I'm gonna go up these steps here. Yeah, I was like in La La Land last night. And you know they say the less you wear when you're asleep, the deeper the sleep is. That's a fact. Alright. Yeah, I gotta keep walking this way. Alright. People are complimenting me on my outfit here. Alright, this is regular. This is how I dress when I go to work, actually. African centered. Very cultured. Yo, I've been walking a good distance, so I walked from Upper East Side down to the 40s, and then back up now to the 50s. But hold on, you know what? I think I took the wrong turn. But look at this. This is nice. Check this out. I'm gonna have to go back down the way I came, or maybe, let's see. That's nice. Alright. Nice hill. The meaning and purpose of life is to exist. That's good exercise. Well needed. I feel like I'm catching up on all of the weeks and months that I stayed inside and didn't walk due to freezing weather. There were some days I actually did go out and take a walk through nature, but many a times I just stayed inside and I can feel it. Right, you know how like you're in a groove of exercising, especially if you walk a lot like myself, and you can walk for an extended period of time without getting short of breath or feeling tired. I gotta build my stamina back up. That's what it is. I'm building it back up. I think winter is officially over. Because I checked the weather forecast and it is going to be, yo, what's good, Fred? Are you at work? You want to go live with me? Yeah, check the weather forecast and it's going to be like in the 60s next week. What's good? I'm at the park just chilling. You know, the last time you went live with me, I was living in LA. I think I was at Venice Beach. But if you're at work, I get it. I took today off along with yesterday and Wednesday. Self-care days. Just time for myself. Away from work. Rethinking my life choices. Yes, I'm still at the job. I was just checking in with you. Oh yeah, I'm just vlogging. Taking a break right now. I'm about to pick back up my walk though. See how far I can get through this park. I'm actually at the south entrance of the park right now. A nice break. Sitting under this wooden canopy here. Isn't that cute? I like it. Alright, I just had to take a nice break because I've been walking for a while. Let's see, am I able to go down this way? There's a lot of people out, and it's Friday, and it makes me wonder, like, are all these people tourists or just people who make really good money and they don't have to go to work? Like, why are all these people out? It just makes me wonder. Like, you wouldn't think that this many people would be out and about this time of day. Let's see. Can I get down to the sidewalk from here? Looks like I can. Without busting my ass. Yeah. It is nice out. Nice, serene day. So we had some rain. Was that, yeah, yesterday. And then now we have sunshine. We have the sunshine. I'm feeling bad for these horses, y'all. It's so bad. They work so hard. Get paid so little. Alright. Yeah, there's another part of the park. I think I want to go to the west side of the park. I'm on the east side now. I'm going to go to the west side. It's a beautiful day out. So I was talking about the purpose of life, the meaning of life, and it's not something that I haven't thought about before. Thought about this. on occasion. I think about this on occasion. Just living life freely. That's the purpose of life. Freely. Uninhibited. Without constraints. Yeah. And then I ask myself another question. Am I living that way? Hell, fuck no. Anybody who works a fucking 9 to 5 cannot convince me that they are living their life freely. I think they just convince themselves that, though. Because they've worked so long. Look at this birdie. He's so cute. Like the bird. He doesn't have a 9 to 5. Look how happy he is. So happy. Look at him. No 9 to 5. Very free flowing. Alright, let's see. Maybe on the other side of this gate. But yeah, just living life freely with very few external controls outside of nature, of course. Nature does guide human behavior, but this, like capitalism isn't nature, right? I don't think it's natural. It's capitalism, and almost every industry is driven by capitalism. You know? It is, and even healthcare is about making money. And then you begin to question, like, is this what I really want? Is this in alignment with who I am? What is the purpose of this? Somehow, oh, look at that, it's cute. I mean, the purpose is like to fulfill the mission of whatever organization that you have joined. $10, that's not bad. Right? To fulfill the mission statement, or to help fulfill the mission statement of whatever organization you're a part of. But then you're like, this is some bullshit. This is not really helping humanity. You know? If it was really helping humanity, you would feel like it was. So, I think my questioning is purposeful and necessary. I'm not the only one, though. Time's up. A lot of people come to this crossroads where they're like, should I just pack up everything and move out to the tropics, or move, nature, see where I want to go. So many different directions to turn. But it's my thoughts after having achieved so much success in life. It's the irony, right? I don't want to become a robot. I don't want to become a slave. Just routine to just doing monotonous work. In the name of fulfilling a mission. It's like, yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna follow my heart. I follow my heart so much in life, though, right? Sometimes people ask me, how do you stay looking so young, so vibrant? How is your skin so clear? Aside from drinking lots of water, of course. It's following my heart, doing what my heart tells me to do, at whatever cost. Because the benefit is far much greater than the cost. than the unknown. Just following my heart. Roaming the world, the earth, carelessly, carefree. Yeah. How about that? So on my dating profile, I put, I'm ready to be a stay-at-home mother and wife. That takes a whole shift in a person's thinking, right? And I'm not sure if this video is still in sync. It happens, yo. It's just like inevitable that when I'm out recording, doing a live video, my videos lose sync with sound and video. So, whatever. Feels like interference from like helicopters and police fucking radios and shit. But yeah, it's not even a question, because some people say, oh, well, you're weak. You can't take the pressure. It's not about being able to take fucking pressure. Like, people miss the entire point. It's not about being able to withstand challenges or take pressure or folding when things get hard in the context of the 9 to 5. The fuck? It's about following your dream, following your heart, and breaking away from this whole fucking illusion of a goddamn American dream, yo. The people that's really fucking thriving and living freely are the fucking people that we are working for. And this is not new information, right? This is not like, oh, an epiphany. This is something that, of course, I've thought about, talked about before. It just keeps popping back up. Those are the people who are living life carelessly. Those are the people who are actually fulfilling the purpose of life. Meanwhile, laborers at the bottom who perceivably have high positions, right? This is a trick that people do. They're like, oh, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you work so hard, you go to school, study hard, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become whatever the fuck society seems to be a high paying, well-respected position. Trick your ass into thinking that you're valuable. Yeah, you're valuable, alright? You're valuable to fulfilling the mission that serves the people at the top. But is that in alignment with who you are? Is that in alignment with going back to the meaning of life? Is that in alignment with that? Hell no. And I see it every day, yo. Even Everclear where I work, people not even holding it in anymore, yo. It's one thing for me, right, to get on here. This is my space, okay? Yes, it's public, but this is still my space. So if you find your way into my space, you understand that you have to respect my space, where I express myself freely. But it's one thing for me to get on here and do this, right? And express myself. But it's a whole nother level, yo. When you got people working in these professions, even where I work, and they are voicing their true self, their heart is pouring out, speaking out, saying, hey, enough is enough. This is not right. This is not how things should be. I don't want to do this anymore. Something is to be said about that. For me, I think we all have this archetypal energy that guides us, that directs our path, that motivates us, that pulls us in certain directions. And if you're not following that archetype, the archetype is something you're born with, by the way, right? Not something you learn or you develop a skill at. It's just something that is innate within you. And I think my archetype is just being a goddess. Just living life on my own terms. Unless I can be a part of a world or an organization that allows me such freedom to do that, they gotta get very creative though, right? To create such space for me to be able to do that. I don't know. I don't think it was gonna work. And at first I made a joke the other day on my Facebook page that I think I want to quit my job as a psychologist and become a stripper. Of course I was joking, right? But there is a lot of truth in humor. And it's like, now that I've reached the pinnacle of my career,
segregated and not segregated.
and the highest degree you can earn in psychology is fucking a PhD. I've done that. It's like, alright, what's next? What is the fucking meaning of all this shit? I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are medical doctors who are very in tune with self. Which I think that's a contradiction, right? Because the irony is that within these programs, these training programs within healthcare, they emphasize being in tune with self, knowing thyself, self-care, what's all the other fucking buzzwords, right? It's all this shit they emphasize, but then where is the practice of it truly? Right? It's a front. People are putting on a fucking fake ass front. I look at little kids and see how happy little kids are. And it's just like they're so untainted, protected from the bullshit in the world, in this life, right? It's like, think about it. You can tell a kid that is growing up in a healthy environment because they're just so happy. They're so ignorant. And life happens. But, and of course, there's this whole field of cognitive therapy, behavior therapy. Oh, it's just reframing. Just reframe your thoughts. Just change the way you see things, and then your world will change. That's true to a certain extent, okay? As a person who has practiced CBT, or cognitive therapy, yes, I do implement that theory and approach in my own personal life. And it is powerful, right? There's a lot of power in how we view the world, how we construct the world in our mind, and how that reflects upon our satisfaction in life in general. But then there's another side to the coin too, right? There's other things at play. And your body, your mind is perceptive of the environment. It should be anyway. If your ass is goddamn got a pulse, very perceptive to the environment and to just the universe. Where are in life, what's happening to you, how it impacts you. And with that, I think it's important to listen. Listen to your body, listen to your mind, because it will tell you the truth. It always does. So there can be an internal struggle between your mind and, which is basically a molding of society, interjections of what society has told you to believe and how to think. That goes with the reshaping or reframing of negative thoughts, right? One could look at me expressing myself in this video as being a negativistic thinker, pessimistic, whatever. I would like to say that I'm more in tune. I'm having a refined perspective. And it creates like this internal struggle, this internal battle between what you have internalized, the belief systems that you've internalized from society, especially as it relates to this whole idea of meritocracy and fulfilling the American dream. So now I'm giving you guys an excerpt from my book, American Dreamer. It's all in my head. This is my life. It's my life story. And you come to a deeper awareness of really who you are in this life. That's where the conflict happens. A lot of people are acting out of a program. Look at this shit. A lot of people are acting out of a program where they're just getting up every day, going to work, whatever. You know, they get paid. Just working, getting paid. Yeah, they're working in the field that they want to work in. Whatever. They're just giving off this fucking persona that their life is great. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe the hype. It's because they're blind. It takes a little bit of waking up. You wake up and you realize, like, what the fuck? The hell have I been doing, yo? What are we doing? And you ask yourself, like I just did, what is the fucking meaning of life? Coming back around to that question, yeah. The fuck is the purpose of all this shit? Right? I hear my colleagues at work talking about fucking working. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm not shouting. There are times when I project my voice and times I'm just speaking like this. And so colleagues are like, oh, you work a certain number of years and you get retirement. I'm just like, is that the purpose of all this shit? Working just to pay bills? Okay, yeah, you can make a decent amount of money so you can afford to travel. But I feel like, fuck that. That should be a given. And it's another canopy. Look at this. Wow, this is the first barbershop in Central Park. Okay, that's different. Complimentary haircuts. That's fine. Alright. But yeah, it's just like, let's talk about, oh, you work X number of years and you get retirement. And, you know, the nurse was telling me, or some of my team was telling me, 30 years? How can y'all do this shit for 30 fucking years, yo? I only think I can do it for 6 months, to be honest. And I said, okay, so you work 30 years, then what is the deal? They pay you like 100% of what you were making? think he said a year or something like that, right? After that, where you're just getting a check, getting retired. You're not working any longer, but you're getting this retirement check. And you're just like, okay, well, fuck that. Fuck that shit. There has to be another way. So I'll look at it. Because I think that the way this is the way I see it. The amount of energy that is expended does not equate to the compensation. It just doesn't. I don't care how much you're getting paid. Like I said, I'm getting paid pretty decent, but it does not. It's just not. It doesn't equate. It just doesn't. I don't care. Waking up at 5:45 every morning, breaking my sleep. Okay, sorry. But waking up 5:45 every morning, breaking my fucking peaceful, heavenly sleep to go into work for 8 fucking hours and it's like the same shit every fucking day. Nobody can tell me that shit is the meaning of life. Hell no. But I knew this. I've been knew this. So this isn't anything new, okay? What I'm saying isn't new. It's not a revelation, okay? Clearly. This is something I talk about in my book, American Dreamer, which is still yet to be released. And this is just something that I have always in the back of my mind of me being aware of what the meaning of life truly is and what my plan is as a result of that. So I had to laugh when I was having a conversation with a colleague at my workplace, and I'm talking about what I am going to do, what I am going to tolerate, and he's just like, oh, I've heard that before. There's other people that say the same thing here, but they don't go anywhere. Are you kidding me? What is the benefit of staying? The benefit of staying does not outweigh, I feel like, the cost. My time. But anyway, I think I've made myself very clear. And so, yeah. I think I want to get me a nice full body massage. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Very long time. That and maybe a pedicure. You know, the basics. Yeah, I think I'm just too much of a fucking princess. Too much of a princess and a queen. That's what it is. And I think they knew that when I started where I work at now. They knew that when I started because I'm thinking like, yo, you ever wonder like, why? You scratch your head, you was like, what the? Why when I start, my colleagues are, first of all, they're very happy to have me there. They're celebrating me and, you know, we're having like parties and shit like that, right? With celebrating my new arrival. But then I can count three of my colleagues who gave me information about other jobs. Why would they give me information about other fucking jobs? That doesn't make any sense. If I'm working, if I just accepted a job full time there, why do I need information about others? I think they got it though. They got it. They knew. They saw it. They knew. Because I think, people have a tendency to project, right? Whatever their experience is, they project it out onto other people. So them offering me information about other jobs I didn't even ask for it. This is the thing, I didn't even ask. They just volunteered this information. I did not even ask for it. Just random, like, hey, I know so that time. I know this. I was like, what? It's because they were indirectly showing me something about their experience there. How fed up they are. They don't want to be there. But another job isn't going to solve the fucking problem. It doesn't solve the problem. It just creates a whole other problem. It's a same shit, different location, right? Same shit, different brand, different agency, different company, same ass shit. Unless maybe you're working at Google. Is lit working at Google. They make their employees feel like it don't even feel like work. It just feels like heaven for what I understand. I saw articles about this. And they don't even like wear business attire. They be wearing pajamas and shit to work. Shit be lit. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta make the environment where it feels like it's a place where you want to be. You know? Now, of course, every place you can't fucking do that. Like, show up in pajamas. I get it. But it's just about creating a safe, respectable environment that a person looks forward to coming to. And not treating a person like a number or dumping shit dumping. Nah, you're not about to dump shit on me.
Exactly. I do.
I don't operate that way. People don't know me. I had to make that very clear. Yo, you don't know me. My spirit is so... I have it should be very clear, a very strong, resistant, rebellious, but it's a good type of rebellious spirit, though. It's not a bad rebellion. I say, I'll risk it all. I'm telling you, I don't care. I'm telling you, it is what it is, but I think that I feel really good having this walk and this talk. Just reflecting. See, dogs don't know that they're dogs. They just think that's how life is supposed to be. You pull it on a leash. That's not how their life is supposed to be. And like people like me, when you start talking like this, they think you're crazy. Oh, what does that have to do? No, it's all related, though. Shit is fucking all related. Talking about nature and reflecting on life, okay? The meaning of life. And it ties into every living creature, including dogs and the birds. Dogs don't know they dogs. They're just walking around with their tongues out, happy as shit. Happy to get treats. Walking on a goddamn leash. Well, some of these dogs, yo, they're well fucking taken care of. They're well fed. And I love New York, though. I ain't even gonna front. I do. It's just the world all in one city. Like, what is there not to New York? You don't even have to leave New York. You can just stay here and get the experience of every country around the world right here in one place. But granted, I am going to do some traveling. That's my next goal. If I can finish my PhD. I did that last year. This year is licensure. And it's ironic. It's like, what's the point of getting licensed if you're going to travel? I had to come on my own. She's like, what are your plans? And I told her, I actually plan to travel and make documentaries. And she's like, well, you can't practice as a psychologist in other countries. It's only good for whatever state you're licensed in. Here, I was like, you don't know me. It's not about practicing psychology. It's about just living outside of fucking boundaries. Living outside of the norm. And I am traveling. I'm gonna travel the fucking world, yo. I'm gonna make documentaries. Live my fucking life. That's what I'm gonna do. And still get licensed. If I wanna see patients here, clients here in New York. I can be like in fucking Germany, or I could be in Ethiopia. But it's seeing patients who live in New York. Licensed, okay. Granted, it's 2 different fucking time zones, but we'll work that shit out. You know, I'm just giving an example. You know? That's how I see things. Oh, no, this isn't it. I thought this is where a little waterfall was over here, the creek. This isn't it. But yeah, you know, that's me. I think this does connect. White people still scared of black people. That's a good thing, I think. It can be a bad thing too, because a person who is afraid, out of fear, are usually violent, unnecessarily violent. But it's a good thing because they can have a degree of reverence for us. Yeah. Pause and get your ass out of my way. So yeah, I connect with other people like-minded, like myself. I've met, you know, what the hell is that? But I've met other people who are on my same frequency, who vibrate, who think just like me. Not exactly, but for the most part. And these people are living out in nature. One is actually living in a van. He's saving money and he's gonna move to the tropics. And we vibe so well. Some people just don't get it. They ain't got it. It's not meant for them to get it. That's the whole point of living life. A cardinal bird does not try to make other birds understand it. It just is, right? It's nice out. Loving it. Yo, we are going. Let's see, how long have we been going? Well, we can't go too long because I'm at 28%. 47 minutes, but we'll see. I heard that it only costs $6,000 to survive in Mexico for 1 year. That's an option. I know it's probably even half the price in certain countries in Africa. But then, okay, who was I having this conversation with? Oh yeah, this guy on this dating app. We were just talking about living overseas and talking about the pros and cons, right? Because you can't just like make it seem as though something is all bad or something is all good. Nothing is all bad, nothing is all good, right? There are pros and cons to everything in life. And even living overseas, though, is painted as this utopian lifestyle, way of living, ideal way of existing in the world. The drawback is that you are moving to a foreign place, a different culture that you will eventually assimilate to. It's just like, okay, where am I going? It's just like when foreigners move to the U.S., right? They have this idea in mind that, okay, I'm going to live the American dream. I'm going to be very successful. and just gonna live a different life than what I'm used to because I feel so oppressed in my home country, right? And then they get here and they just like smack that in the face, and like reality hits them because they did not set realistic expectations. They weren't given or educated on the reality how life is here in the America, right, in the U.S. It's promoted as like money is falling fucking out of the sky, live your dream and become. And granted, when I think there's a honeymoon phase for a lot of them, so when they get here, of course, you see happy faces of a lot of foreigners, and but after a while, it's just like tired of the bullshit. And it's funny because I just checked in with a friend of mine. He's a migrant from Gambia. He's been here, I think, since 2018. I met him in 2018. He moved here like a couple months before we met. And then he was like, I asked him, I said, how you doing? He was like, nothing. I said, what's good? He was like, oh, ain't nothing. Nothing good. Nothing is good, right? And this motherfucker just work. He works so many hours and don't get paid much because he's illegal. And it goes to show you, it's not all peaches and cream. And not only that, you gotta think about other aspects of quality of life, right? What factors into quality of life? It's having a sense of belonging, community. That's something that's valued, and I would say across many different cultures, even including American culture, right? Even though we're taught that, America is an individualistic society, but no, at the core of every human being is a sense and a need to belong, and to be a part of community, right? And the thing about when you go to a foreign country, when you're leaving your home country and you're going to a foreign country, you compromise that opportunity, right? Because you're going to a foreign, you don't know anybody. And yeah, you can go with other people. Let's say you don't go alone. Let's say you go with 1, 2, 3, 4 other people. It's still not the same. You're still going to feel singled out. You're going to be treated differently, which I did emphasize in the conversation I had with this person I was talking to. This exchange. I'm like, you're going to be treated differently. Granted, that may be something you look forward to, right? Or that may be something you take pride in, right? Being different, standing out, right? Not trying to blend in and being unique. But that is something that eventually is going to, it's going to weigh on you negatively, because you feel isolated, and it's going to create depression, right? And then you still have to ask yourself, what is the meaning of life? When you go to this designated foreign country, you ask yourself, all right, is this a fair trade-off? Oh, I love the echo. You ask yourself, is this a fair trade-off? Video still chopping up, or is it just because I'm under this? Hope not. Might not just be a tunnel. But yeah, it's like you ask yourself, is this a fair trade-off, right? Like, you left one culture, the hustle, bustle, chasing the bag, money, working long hours, working hard as shit, to go to another culture where no, you may not have those pressures of having 6 figures, right? And pay $3,000 fucking rent in other countries. But what do you lose? You lose that sense of connectedness. I really like living in New York City because there's so much to do, and I do feel connected in many different ways, in a lot of different communities, right? Being a writer, being an author, being just a person who likes to paint, a person who likes music. There's a community here in New York City for everybody, and I love that. There's a black community, and it doesn't even have to be along the lines of race. It can just be along the lines of talent, or musical interest. They have that here, you know, film and film screenings and Q&As and you name it, every fucking thing, right? So I like that. I can't speak so confidently about other countries. When it comes to luxury, extracurricular activities that New York City has, or America actually has. So that's something to think about. This conversation is for people who need to think deeply about, again, the meaning of life and quality of life, life satisfaction. And I do feel that there's a shift happening in my life. There's always a shift happening, though. My life rarely stays constant. And I know one can say that goes for most people or everybody. Now, some people, they live in the same state and city all their life, same neighborhood. They never left their fucking hometown. Some people stay married to the same person. Some people work the same job. Some people do the same shit, right? Over and over. Me, my life has seen so many changes within a very short span of time. That's just what I'm used to. I've become very accustomed to that. I don't think I want to go this fucking way. I've become very accustomed to that. So on that note, I think I'm going to end this video and enjoy the rest of this walk. Make my way all the way to the north end of the park. I think I'm like somewhere in the center west of the park, but I'm going to make my way all the way to the north. Catch you guys later. I think that it's breaking up. I think it's breaking up. But yeah, it's muddy, yeah. It's muddy and it's slippery. Let me get out of this fucking mud. That would not be good, yeah. It's in my video with the fall. The Big Bang. Catch you guys later.